Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some advanced orderings. So basically we'll talk about how to place multiple orders. I will show you two methods to do that. I will also show you how we can, let's say, modify orders, and then we'll see how to cancel orders. So if you remember in the previous video, we had spoken about the normal ordering. So we had already seen how to cancel orders earlier also, but this time I'm also going to show you the modification. So again, let me show you the code. So I've made this code called order underscore v3. I've added my client ID. I've already done the login. That means I've got my access token also, and then I've created my app of this order v3, and I've created 6 different functions. So let's go through each function. The first function that I'm going to talk about is the place multiple order function. So let me run this function and then we'll see how it is working. So you can see here that and I will be using the same documentation that we have been using so far. So I will be using this documentation, and I will show you how am I getting the codes also. So the first one is essentially we are using this place multiple orders function. So I'm going to just do a control F. So if we go to here, order placements, you can find out the multiple orders, and again you can just click on Java, and this is the place where they have shown how to place multiple orders. And you can also click multiple leg orders, in which we can get more data. So I've taken the code from here itself. Now, as the name suggests, the multiple order. So let me in fact run it, then you'll see. So I'm going to run the place multiple orders first. So I'm just doing right click and running the code. Let us see if any orders are being triggered. So yes, we can see that the orders were placed. Let's check here, and you can see that 2 orders have been placed. So these are the latest 2 orders that I've just placed. As you can see here, the timing is 2:53. The first order got triggered, which was on idea, and the second order is a limit order, which is still an open order. It is in working status. So let's check the code now. So if we see the code, right, you will see that idea, I am putting the market order, and that is why it got directly executed. On the other hand, the second one, the TCS, I was putting the limit order here. Now all these parameters are exactly the same what we have discussed in the previous video, and I had put a limit price of 4,000. So as you can see, that is why this order, the TCS order is still open, because the current price of TCS is 4,112, whereas we want to buy it at 4,000. So it's an open order. And then what I'm doing is I've created this place order list. So it's a list. As you can see here, it's a list, and I'm adding both these models into this into this list. And then I am going to use this place multiple orders to call this list. So whatever orders have been placed in this list are getting executed. So this is the first method, and you can clearly see it's working fine. But as I said, we can also use something called a place multiple leg. So let's talk about that now. So we've already seen the basic multiple order method, which is this one. Single order we've already seen earlier, and the multiple order. But now let's talk about the multiple leg. In the case of the multiple leg, we will be giving all the inputs from leg perspective. So we will be giving inputs from leg perspective, and we will have to give the details of the legs now. So I'm going to show you the code, and let's run the code. So I'll quickly minimize this, and instead of calling the first function, I will call the second function. In this one, as you can see here, the multiple leg order, again I'm creating a list here. Then I'm just validating everything right at the top. So I'm saying my order tag is this, my product type is, let's say, intraday. It's not an offline order. That means it's a current live order. The order type I'm putting as 3L. So that means that there are 3 legs to it. So as you can see here in the documentation, the 3L means it's a 3-leg order. The 2L means it's a 2-leg order. So that is what I'm specifying here. What kind of an order is it? And then I'm putting the validity. So I'm just basically putting all the information which was mentioned, and I'm making it a model. And once I've done that model, I will have to add 3 legs. Since I've mentioned that there are going to be 3 legs, so I will have to add the legs. So this is how you will add the leg. You will have to put the leg name, and then in which symbol you want to take the entry, what is the quantity, whether it's a buying trade or a selling trade, whether it's a market order or a limit order, and all those things. So those things remain the same. So I've added it here just to show you as an example. In this case, I'm adding, let's say, futures and options. So I've added futures and options, even though right now I don't have that much amount in my account. So this will get rejected, but the order will still try to get placed. And then we will have to add all these models to our place order list. And then this is the same thing. We are calling this place multiple order. So I'm going to run this code now. So it's calling this code now. So let's run it and let's see whether it's working fine. Okay, it says there is an error, but like I said, the error is because of there are 2 reasons. Firstly is because I put a limit order of 0.05, which is below the lower circuit. That was the first error. And I think the second error is because I don't have the money in my account. So let's check it out. So if we go here, let's go to orders. You can see that I have 3 rejected orders right now. So you can clearly see I have 3 rejected orders, one on the February futures, one on the March future, and one on the option. All of them have been rejected. 2 got rejected because of the margin. So let's see. 2 got rejected because of the margin, and the third one got rejected because of the price. The important thing to understand is that it's a leg order. That means that even if one of the legs, let's say, gets rejected, all the 3 orders will get rejected. So you will have to be very careful when you're creating this. This is usually useful when you're trading, let's say, an option strategy like a straddle or an iron condor, where you want to place all the 4 legs together. So that's the beauty of this, and I don't think I've seen this feature anywhere else. So an extremely good feature, and like you said, like I said, it's working fine. It's just that since I put in the wrong information here, it's not able to take the entry. So let's actually try it out. So let's see what is the price of 750 call. So SBIN 750 call currently is trading at, let's see the price. So the 750 call is trading at about 42 rupees. So let's say we write the price as 20 rupees. So instead of limit price is 0.05, I'm going to put 20, and let's rerun the code. Okay, and now you can see that the error is because of the margin shortfall. So clearly you can see that the orders were right now. So if you see here, we've got 3 more orders. Everything is fine. All the legs have been mentioned here, but I need additional capital to take the entry. So it's a beautiful feature, I would say, that you will know that the multiple legs are working fine, and it will only take the entry if and only if all the legs will be, I will have enough money to take the account, to take the trade. So this is the second important function that we have seen. Now let us see how do we modify orders. So I'm going to use the single order modification first, and in this I would need to put the order ID. So we have one working order. Let's try to modify it, and in this the order ID that we require is the OMS order ID. So I'm just copying this here and putting it here. So this is the order ID that I want to update, and let us say I want to make it, I want to change the quantity. So initially the quantity is 1, and let us say I want to change it to 2. Again, I don't think it will work because it might have the problem with the limit price. So let's not change the quantity. Let's keep it at 1 only, but let's try to change the limit price. So instead of putting the limit price as 4,000, let's try to put it as 4,050. So I'm changing the order from a 4,000 rupees limit to a 4,050. Let's run it and see if it's working. So again, I've run the code. Yes, it says the order has been successfully modified, and you can see here that the order has been modified. It has updated the price from 4,000 to 4,050. So this is also working fine. the place single order. And similarly, I can, if I had multiple orders, I can do a multiple order update also. So same thing, I've just added two orders here, and I will be adding both the orders in the place order list and running them. In case you want to find out more details about this, all you have to do is go to the documentation, and you will be able to find out the order modification here. So somewhere we'll get the order modification also. Let's check. And modify orders, we can click here and we can get the data how to modify a single order, or we can get a order multiple order modification also. So I've taken the code from the same documentation. So now that we have learned how to place orders, place multiple legs and modify orders, I will be now telling you the last part, which is cancelling of orders. So again, we can either cancel a single order or we can cancel multiple orders. Thus the process will remain almost the same. We will be creating our list and adding the name inside that list. So let me show you for one of the examples. So I'm going to show you the cancel single order, and let's try to cancel this order now. So the order which is still working, let's try to cancel it. So I'm going to copy this from here and I'm going to paste it here, which is the order ID. And again, once I've pasted the order ID, this is where it's calling the cancel order, and hopefully it should cancel it. So let's run the code. Okay, it says the order has been successfully cancelled, and if we come here, we can clearly see that it has been cancelled. So we have only one trade remaining, which we had taken earlier. So let me just clear the position also. But I hope this is clear that how we are going to use different functions. And the beauty of this code is I've made it very modular. So you can call any of the function, whichever function you require in your strategies. So again, thank you for joining in. I will see you in the next video.